Hey, coaches and trainers, welcome back to another episode of the Connected Coach podcast. I'm Spencer, the founder of CoachNow and the Connected Coach Academy. And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about 3 more reasons that you're going to quit coaching. So if you stick with me to the end, we're going to be covering those 3 reasons, why they can affect your business, how to combat them, and even grow your business. Plus, at the very end, we'll give you an action item that you can put into play right away. So with that, let's get to it. All right, reason number 1 is lack of retention. Now, what we mean by this here at CoachNow is that if you can help your athletes remember more, they're going to practice more effectively, get better faster, and you are going to retain them as clients. So what we like to say is retention equals retention. But there's one major problem that a lot of coaches aren't necessarily taking into consideration, and that is the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. And you can see it right here if you're watching us on YouTube. The forgetting curve essentially states that you're going to forget about 40% of what you learn immediately upon leaving that learning environment. And worst off, after a week, you're going to lose about 90%, and it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. So what can you do to combat it? Well, one of the biggest things you need to do is centralize your communication. Make sure that everything that's important is in one spot. And then you want to make sure that your athletes have micro touch points. So they're going to have access to their information. They're effectively going to have access to you as their coach in their pocket. But you are also going to be checking in with them in a highly leveraged way for you, but it's going to feel extremely valuable for them. And it's going to keep them in tune with that important information so that they can practice more effectively, get better faster, and you can keep them on as clients. Reason number 2. Too much distraction. There are literally trillions of dollars being spent every single year to distract you and your athletes away from what is most important. Streaming services, social media, and then even for you as a coach, as a business owner, email, text, WhatsApp, all these different communication channels, it's a big problem. And worst off, if someone is paying you for your expertise, the problem is they're getting served all of this other content that's going to be confusing them and probably setting them on the wrong path for improvement, and then ultimately go back to number 1 where you're going to lose them as clients. So what can you do to combat this distraction? One of the most important things is getting really good at saying no. And what I mean by this is that you want to say no when people are trying to communicate to you outside of the way that you have taught them to do so. An example. If you've got an athlete that you're working with inside of CoachNow and they come to you via text message or email with a swing or some comments or questions, your response is to say, hey, I don't coach in this way, I don't communicate in this way, please put everything into CoachNow. If you're not using CoachNow for some reason, please choose one platform. So again, say no to all of this disparate communication and distraction, centralize your efforts, and get really good at taking control and setting boundaries. Reason number 3, an ineffective mindset. So what I mean by this specifically is that you as coaches need to flip your mindset to be more entrepreneurial. So most of us out there in the coaching world are making decisions from this coaching mindset, and it's really, really killing your business, and worst off, it's killing your lifestyle. So what I want you to do is make sure that you flip the script a bit, get to an entrepreneurial mindset, because if you do, you're going to be able to make decisions differently. All the technology, all the certifications that you might invest in, you're going to look at those and go, you know what? I'm going to pick and choose these because they're going to actually have a return on investment that's going to impact my business. It's going to either save me time, make me more money, or hopefully a combination of both. It's going to allow me to increase my prices, etc. A lot of coaches get these vanity certifications just so they can have this long list of things that they're certified in, but it doesn't actually impact their business. Knowledge on itself does not equal money. You got to learn how to scale it and sell it 24/7. You got to sell that expertise. So as we come to a close, I want to encourage you to take action. No matter what information you're learning, whether it be from us or anywhere else, it means nothing unless you take action. So what I want you to do is to make at least one tweak out of those 3 areas that we spoke about. Your mindset. Think about how you can adjust into more of an entrepreneurial mindset where you're making decisions from that place. How are you going to battle the distraction? set clear boundaries. So if you're somebody that's not boundaried right now with the way that you're communicating with athletes, parents, or other coaches, set some boundaries. It's pretty dang simple. And then you also have the opportunity to look at how you're retaining clients. And again, if you take our approach, you're looking at the retention equals retention model. What information are you giving them? Is it clear? Is it concise? And are you leveraging micro touch points to help that athlete stay in contact with what is most important to them? You can make a tweak in each of those areas, but please at least one. So as you get done with this video, hit stop, go off and make some changes, and you and your business will thank you for it. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you heard here, if it makes sense to you, please head over to coachnow.io/education. We have tons of resources there. If you're on YouTube, please consider subscribing, adding some comments, making sure that we can help you achieve your goals as a business owner in the coaching world. If you're on your podcast apps, please rate, review, subscribe, share the episode with a friend. We are here to move the coaching industry forward, and you doing that will help us out in a big way. And if you are looking for some new technology to run your coaching business, you can head over to coachnow.io and start off a free trial with no credit card needed. And if you even need a little extra trial, tell them Spencer sent you, and we'll hook you up with that as well. So with that, please take action, and we'll see you next time.